Hello and welcome back to Kaiserreich. We're reforming the Empire, fighting in foreign wars, and generally having a lovely time of it. We're gonna go try to march to Lahore. Not that it's that good of an idea. Seems like quite a bad one, honestly. I don't think it's going to work, but whatever. Yeah, we'll just hold in Peshawar then. It's fine. Han Qing has capitulated. This requires a reconfiguring of riots in Damascus. Instigated by the sharp economic downturn in the region, the populist rabble roused the Syrian people seem to be shifting the blame for the current economic crisis towards the Central Ottoman government. The rapid decrease in prices for agricultural produce has meanwhile taken a toll on the recently settled tribes in the Syrian hinterland, where banditry is increasing by the day. The intellectual sentiment for both Syria, and the Ottoman Arabs in general, a general strike against the government has been called. More disturbingly, however, the increasing polarization of the political landscape in Syria, as groups such as the authoritarian SSNP and the Syrian Syndicalist Party are growing in size and influence. Most troubling. Kurt von Schleicher. He who respects women. Ooh, this unit got Chivas. Good for them. Oh boy. Status of the Ili E Emnyet Hizmeti. The intelligence apparatus of the state has been in disarray ever since the end of the CUP and the rogue adventures of Enver Pasha, taking with him a sizable portion of the special organization, whose aim was to instigate Muslim riots against the imperialist powers and a crackdown on dissent in the Middle East. The remainder of the force was reorganized by Irade into the Exalted Security Service just after the conclusion of the Weltkrieg. A lack of experienced manpower and questionable allegiance, many of its members, however, has greatly hindered its performance, and the effectiveness of the force has been abysmal for over a decade now. Monitors the Corps to make it an effective tool to keep our Arab provinces in check. The Grand Vizier has ordered the complete dismantlement, replacement by a new entity, the National Security Service. Oh boy. Several friends and associates of the Grand Vizier, however, urged him not to take such drastic steps as rumors of a secret organization aligned to the former CUP, when the Fourth have thus not far been quelled. Many fear that should the temperature under their feet rising, they may lash out and tear down all we have built. We can wipe it all clean. Or not. Yeah, I'm worried what happens if we wipe it all clean. Things might end up going very badly for us. So we're just gonna modernize. You know? Central European Customs Union returns to activity. Middle Europa is back. Welcome. I don't really know how this mechanic works. Sure. Industrial projects. I mean, at this point, industrial projects are a good idea. We have 100! Alright. Syrian lands, we can't really do anything. We can increase the Ottoman gendarmerie. Alternatively, we could do none of that stuff. And add an advisor of some kind. Might be a good idea. Do we have any good advisors? I mean, the backroom backstabber seems pretty good. I also like how they now have, like, hey, who was this guy and where were they born? We'd love to see it. I don't have any additional lore, but, I mean, that by itself is kind of a humongo updoot. Yeah. We could also get army XP, which might be the thing that hits the spot here. More special forces. I mean, getting an army guy. Speed, offense, XPs, planning. I feel like probably attack. Planning? I mean, I'm not sure about attack and defense, so like, let's just get attack. How are we doing in Nanjing? We're still getting there. Let's see how this goes. Electronic mechanical engineering, you'll love to see it. More research speed. DDY absorbs the Chemins de Fer Orientaux. The Chemins de Fer Orientaux has officially been integrated within the DDY today after a short round of funding by the government was able to acquire the last remaining tracks in the Austrian and German shareholders. In the wake of the Berlin crash, the railway company, which had been founded in 1868 to build a railway connecting Vienna and Constantinople, had a rough history of various wars, border adjustments, and financial crises. Left it broken up. Its most famous user, Luxury Orient Express, in the past connected Paris to our grand capital, where it arrived in the Secreti terminal. The Welt Creek, however, caused great damage to the company as the German Mitteleuropa laid claim to a large portion of its assets in Central and Eastern Europe. Even though the Orient Express still arrives from Strasbourg, one cannot deny that the end is nearing for imperialist grandeur of old. A worthy purchase. I worry. Famine breaks out in Szechuan. There are enemies here. We may have to, No, it's recall volunteers is there. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Seems bad. Alright, now we can recall volunteers. There we go. Any volunteers caught in combat are going to stay in that combat and probably be destroyed. Whereas this battle is actually like, winnable. That's really funny. Bread riots in Aleppo. As the economic situation of the realm deteriorates, the Syrian city of Aleppo has once again been hit by bread riots. Even though the scope of these riots remains unclear by now, mob assaulted Christian, Jewish bakeries, and flour mills throughout the city. Luckily, the government was able to quickly intervene, was able to put the mob down. After reinforcements from Anatolia arrived, 8 rioters were shot in the operation, but it seems like no fatalities were reported. For us, I guess. Worrying. Oh yeah, I should probably, like... It's like... fully reinforced, because like I don't really see much of a reason to have a navy. When the concentrate my naval power brain. I'm not sure that's accurate, but it is what it is. Read under martial law! Troubling development. There you go. Collapse of the UBD. I could just send volunteers again. Just have it be the same guy. The stupid Afghanistan war is going on for longer than it really should. But I'm fine with that. Raise import tariffs. As we all know, tariffs are great for the economy. Stares directly at camera. They're such a good idea. Yeah, but in this case, there is actually a logic, which is like, basically, if the Ottoman Empire wants to develop any domestic industry at all, they will need to raise certain tariffs for those specific industries. I mean, and it will hurt Beirut, Alexandria, and Haifa. All right. Credit for farmers. Yeah, I think that's, I think that's generally a good idea, especially in this context. Paramilitary wing of the SSNP. Though the immediate popular response to Sadeh's party is limited at best, one cannot deny it is that it has not made a deep impression on the political scene of Syria. As opposed to the more traditional, aristocratic, and oligarchic parties, the cities in Damascus and Aleppo, a new organization had a central directive, a strong political message, and a limited but dedicated core of supporters. Parading through the streets of Beirut, the new paramilitary wing of the party, certainly a sight to behold, as the Orient isn't used to this sort of militaristic and modern display of politics. Most troubling. Boy, it sure is. His name is Wagner. Oh, good for him. Right. We have boys in Kabul. Relatable. Go here. Like there's no silly nonsense breakouts. Our momentary weakness is already showing its mark in the Hejaz, where delays in our payments of the tribal leaders resulted in their retaliation. Caravans and pilgrims on their way to holy cities are experiencing increased attacks from bandits and deserters, and the usual escorts turn a blind eye. The attacks causing a great deal of damage to the prestige of the Caliph, and it may be best to court the tribes with what little resources we have. Yeah, I think it's time to do with cash what we are failing to do with guns. Being proud here seems stupid. We may want to boost the... Oh, we don't have enough infantry equipment. We are really low on infantry equipment, aren't we? Hey, we're actually holding. Ooh. Where's Fezan? Man. Okay. Trouble in Fezan. When Ottoman rule was restored to the Fezzan interior in the middle of the 20s. Few accepted it with open arms. During the subsequent years, the regime at Tripoli decided that maintaining a sizable fort in the region would be too costly, thus retreat of all troops, bar some garrisons in the urban centers. Has led to an almost entirely autonomous position for local tribes. Tribes remain discontented, however, and influenced by a resurgence of the Senussi sect. This tribe is the Alad Muhammad have started to show their resistance to the region more clearly. Raids in Ottoman garrisons, their refusal to pay taxes, and their efforts to thwart conscriptions have caused drastic issues for the few remaining forces in the region. Military expedition from the coast still could restore order to the region, but with the large economic crisis still reigning, many wonder whether it might be best to withdraw garrisons and grant the region de facto self-rule. In Tripolitania, there's less animus to abandon the region, as the valuable date production of Fezzan is essential to a nation with so little rainfall. We could send in the troops. War in Korea, yeah, we're gonna send in the troops. Expansive, but you know. They're maximally centralized here. Radio is good.
Püskürtüyoruz efendim. Harekete hazırım.
That seems bad.
Yürüyün.
Yeah, they're getting behind our lines, which, like, Estonia's joined the Moscow Accord. Seems bad for us. We're gonna improve our attack. Bold attack. Ergen Sternberg defeats Mongolian rebels. The Bad Baron has done it. Democratic restoration in Russia. And Russia is once again... Oh, it's the Socialist Revolutionaries, but the moderate restored. Okay, Wrangel is in charge, but he wants to bring back democracy. Good for him. More monthly population faster is better. If we can slice it. Yeah, the French are rushing Kabul. Coup in Siam. No good. Middle Europa, front-runner agenda. We got civilian stuff in Adrianople. Okay. I need civilian factories pretty badly. Follow the Kingdom of Finland. Great. Oh, we can press Butans. But we need to be at war. Ooh! Recruit local troops. Install loyal administrators. Okay, well. Poll Committee publishes report. Headed by Sir Felix Pole, former chairman of Britain's Great Western Railway. I need to check on the Nanjing volunteers. The Pole Commission was tasked last year with investigating possible infrastructural expansion in the MOJ, solving the ever-increasing financial troubles of the Palestinian railways. Also tasked with improving the local stations and routes between Jerusalem, Jaffa, and Tel Aviv. The committee has now reported that substantial financial investment will be necessary to both solve the congestion issues and the connection to the Ottoman Haifa. It suggests construction of a direct line from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem through the Rishon LeZion to junction with the Jerusalem line at the Niana. Furthermore, the report criticized the lack of investment in the port of Jaffa. Its hazardous rocks forming a perilous trip for any ocean-going vessel. Therefore, it's requested the complete rebuilding of the harbor and an extension of the railroad from the Jaffa station to the new harbor zone. Okay, Palestine would do... yeah, I'll spend the resources. I expect that that's valuable. Doing a nudging. Just sitting around. I'm just gonna regular push for supremacy here.
Yürümeye devam edin.
Yeah, we're doing.
Good adur. Hazır ol.
There we go. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Yo-yo inspired unrest in Somme. The yo-yo, a brightly colored child's toy which rolls itself up and down a piece of string held between forefinger and thumb, is causing unrest in the city of Sam after the city's mufti held a fiery speech linking the toy to recent droughts in the region and the Black Monday disaster. They say that while people are praying for rain to come down from above, the yo-yo goes down before reaching the ground, springs up through the subtle pull of the spring. Although the explanation for recent misfortune in Syria seems, even among conservative citizens, to be complete baloney, the influence held by the Mufti has forced the governor to reconsider his opinion, and a heated debate was prompted in the Council of Sam. No, I'm not going to confiscate yo-yos. I don't care if it gives me additional whatever points, good boy points. Absolutely not.
Emriniz yok mu?
It's literally a toy. Calm down. I feel like that has to be based on like a real thing, but like, I don't know that. Alright, can we continue? Yes, let's restrict foreign exchange regime. Why not? Russian Imperial Restoration. Yeah, so much for democracy. Oh, wait. Yeah, this guy's the conservative choice. Eh. Whatever. Alright. Coup in Siam. We have no strong opinions on seeing it.
Hadi durma devam et. Püskürtün şunları.
Hey, Salim the First airport opened. Oh, we have been totally cut off, haven't we?
Püskürtün şunları.
Located at Abanaya, just 55 miles west of Baghdad, named after the infamous Sultan Salim I. The newly created military airport will serve as a center point for Ottoman air operations in Iraq. Adapted from British experiences in the Middle East during the Welt Creek, the use of air power and peacekeeping controlling the Basque land has seen a rise over the last few years. The Iraqi Flying Corps trained at the Flying Academy in Mosul, utilizing primarily local pilots. It's another step in the Ottoman program to shape the Iraqis' dominant military power in the Ottoman Mashriq. Splendid. How long until we... Yeah, I don't think this battle's gonna go anywhere. Either way, it hardly matters. Alright, there's a war in Indochina. This one, wait, military coup in Japan. Okay, double on Olympics, we did our best. Indochina declares independence. They're surely not model colonial subjects.
Püskürtün şunları.
please seize Kabul so like my guy can go home? Thank you. Alright. We're leaving. This war is fully over. Not that I immensely care.
Hazırım.
But looks like we're winning here as well, which is nice. Do we want to try to fight on the side of German East Asia against the Indo-Chinese rebels? The answer is probably going to be yes.
Emriniz.
Yeah, I'll send a volunteer unit. It should be cavalry. It's not like it really matters. I'm glad I got Refet Pasha.
Saldırıya devam edin.
If only to get me, like, army XP, which is ridiculously good. Restrict foreign exchange. Impose quantity restriction on import. Oh, boy. I don't know if that's gonna be great for the economy in the long run, but it is what it is, right? Who could say? Right, my boys are back in town.
Harekete hazırım.
Yeah, we're burning through infantry equipment. Can't really afford to train up our guys, can we?
Harekete hazırım.
We're also gonna do a thing we should have done a while ago. Which is this. Okay. Khalid Bakdash takes over the Arab Syndicalist Party. Leaving the nation for the Commune of France in 1930 to avoid persecution by the then ruling OHF administration, Khalid Bakdash has enjoyed education in the French capital itself, and could be seen among many influential leaders in debates concerning the expansion of syndicalism in the Orient. Now that he has returned, it would surprise no one if he were to push a program similar to that which he encountered in France, but local authorities are not really concerned by his presence, as lacking any of the industrial proletariat in the Arab world would make any support for syndicalism impossible. Almost any. Good luck. Well, either way, I will see you in the next episode. We're winning one of our proxy wars, we just lost another. Not that it hugely matters, but, you know, it is what it is. See you then. Bye-bye.